Season 30 of The Ultimate Fighter comes to a close as a heavyweight and flyweight winner are crowned at Vegas 59. Israel Adesanya vs Alex Pereira is booked. Will the last stylebender get his revenge, or will there be a new champ in town? Will the beef between Poirier and Chandler finally be settled, as UFC targets a potential contender eliminator between the two? And what else did UFC Vegas 59 have in store for us? Welcome back to Ring Talk, and UFC Fight Night just upped their game with a 100% finish rate throughout the night. But before that, make sure you like and subscribe to support the channel. Let's get into it. The prelims got off to a rather awkward start as Silva secured an armbar that forced a tap from Stephanie. However, Silva released her opponent as she felt her tap. Any more pressure and that arm would have snapped, yet the ref did not see it. Video review was helpless, but luckily one judge witnessed it, and thus awarding the win to Silva. The Welsh Corey McKenna was able to secure a great submission win over Miranda Granger in the second round, as she demonstrated being the youngest fighter and having an opponent that has a 10-inch reach advantage does not matter. The welterweights put on a quick show as Brian came out guns blazing as he KOs his opponent in just 44 seconds, calling out the likes of Ian Gary in a great post-fight interview. This continued as the middleweight Michael made quick work of Sam Alvey, dropping him and securing a TKO win in the first round, bringing the prelims to a close. Another first round tap out as Terence T-Rex McKinney gets the main card started with a lovely stand-in rear naked choke to continue his sensational rise up the ranks. The heavyweights did not disappoint as Spivak dominated his opponent Sakai as the ref intervened, stopping the fight in the second round, declaring Sergey Spivak the winner via TKO. The TUF female flyweight finalists had no love lost between them as they brought it, but Killer Miller dominated in all aspects, hammering elbows to get a third round TKO win and crowned Season 30 Ultimate Fighter flyweight winner, securing a big W for Team Penna. Another Usman enters the UFC in style as Muhammad Usman lands a beautiful left hook to send Zach Pogga to sleep early in the second round, to be crowned the Ultimate Fighter Season 30 heavyweight winner. We can't wait to see what this guy brings, a huge monster in the division. The co-main event gave us an all-out war in the welterweight division as Jeff Neal knocks out Vicente Luque, giving him his first ever loss via KO. As Jeff, Hands of Steel, lived up to his name as he looked elite and showed great skill and determination. The main event sealed the 100% finish stat for the night as rising light heavyweight contender Jamal Hill finishes Thiago Santos in the fourth round via TKO to bring this thrill of a card to an end. But hey, enough of the card, let's see the latest news. Another middleweight steps to the plate to take on the last stylebender. The middleweight champ will attempt to defend his belt for the 6th time as he takes on Alex Pereira at UFC 280 on November the 12th. Undefeated in the middleweight division with 12 wins, Adesanya is truly amongst the greatest to do it. Having walked through his last opponent, Cannonier, with ease, he was quick to silence critics by giving Pereira his opportunity at the strap, following Pereira's win against Strickland. Alex Pereira has made a quick rise in the UFC and has climbed the rankings, having only had few fights. However, don't mistake the lack of fights with his performance, because they have been nothing short of excellent. He truly is a fighter. As many of you know, Alex Pereira has 2 wins over Adesanya in Glory Kickboxing days, but this time it's different. It's with 6-ounce gloves and it's MMA, not kickboxing, so all I can say is expect major damage. The Ultimate Fighters have crowned their new winners, and the show continues to push out talent. For all the casuals out there, the TUF has just finished Season 30 of the show, where Team Penna took on Team Nunes, with both coaching women flyweights and heavyweights. This show has always been the heart of the UFC and has pushed out great talent and contenders, and not forgetting champions, the likes of Rashad Evans, Bisping, Nate Diaz, and many more. In the women's flyweight, Brogan Walker took on Team Penna's Juliana Miller, with Killer Miller being crowned the TUF winner after a dominant performance. I can only see her rise in the ranks, having been the underdog from the start, having only ever fought 3 professional fights. While the heavyweights final brought 2 former teammates against each other, Muhammad Usman, the younger brother of Kamaru Usman, against Zach Pugger in a very entertaining fight. Usman started off slow, but showed monstrous power as he KO'd his opponent, and thus starting his climb out of his brother's shadow to make a name for himself. Will the beef finally be settled, as sources state Poirier vs Chandler is in the works? Following a fallout between the two at UFC 277, these two have been going at it via social media, and recently both have kind of agreed to fight each other after initially Poirier brushed Chandler aside. With Dustin ranked 2nd and Michael ranked 4th, this is a really exciting fight, not only to see who can get a second crack at the champ, who actually will be decided at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi, but stylistically it will be a brawl of 2 talented strikers. Both have fought fighters who have been on the losing end of the spectrum, Dustin beating Conor twice and Chandler beating up a washed up Tony Ferguson. But hey, I hope Dana and the UFC finalise this fight before the end of the year, because I can truly see it as being fight of the year. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the fight night. And while you're at it, drop us a like, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms, and we'll see you next time.